The Midnight Munchies mystery: why your brain makes you stress eat. You're not hungry, but somehow you've finished half a tub of ice cream. Again, sound familiar? Maybe it's chips, maybe it's cookies, but that late-night stress-fueled snack attack feels almost automatic, doesn't it? You tell yourself you'll stop, that tomorrow will be different, but when the pressure mounts, you find yourself back in the same spot. It's frustrating, and it can make you feel like you lack willpower. But here's the thing. You're not weak. You're not broken. You're being tricked by your own brain. This isn't a simple case of loving food too much. This is stress eating, a complex psychological and physiological response that has deep roots in our biology. It's a coping mechanism that, while momentarily effective, often leads to a cycle of guilt and more stress. Today, I'll show you the exact psychological reason it happens and how to finally beat it. We're going to dive into the science behind why your brain pushes you towards those comfort foods when you're stressed, anxious, or even just a little overwhelmed. And more importantly, we'll equip you with practical, science-backed strategies to regain control, not through sheer force of will, but by understanding and working your brain. This isn't about restriction, it's about understanding. This could change how you eat forever. Cortisol chaos: why your brain craves junk under pressure. When you're stressed, your body goes into what it perceives as a crisis mode. Your adrenal glands, signaled by your brain, start pumping out cortisol, often called the stress hormone. Cortisol cranks up your appetite. Your brain interprets stress as a sign that you might need extra energy to fight or flee. Cortisol specifically makes you crave high-fat, high-sugar, high-calorie comfort foods. Your brain is still operating on a very old survival program. Quick tip: when you feel that sudden "I need chocolate" urge, pause for 90 seconds. You're not hungry. You're hormonally hijacked. The comfort food trap: how your brain gets hooked. Stress eating isn't just a hormonal reflex, it's also a deeply ingrained. Over time, your brain starts to build powerful associations. If you reach for a bag of chips after a rough day at work and feel a momentary sense of relief, your brain logs that. Do this enough times, and a strong neural pathway is forged. This creates what we call a habit loop. The problem is, the relief is almost always short-lived. That initial dopamine hit fades, but the underlying stressor often remains. Quick tip: interrupt the loop. Replace food with a different, healthier reward. Just 5 minutes of a new activity can start to rewire your brain. You're not feeding your stomach, you're soothing your nervous system. After you've indulged in that stress-induced snack, what's the next emotion that usually washes over you? For many, it's guilt. This internal monologue is incredibly damaging. That guilt is a form of stress itself. So, you were stressed, you ate to cope, and now you're feeling guilty, which adds stress. Welcome to the vicious cycle, the shame spiral. Quick tip: forgive fast. Practice self-compassion. One unplanned snack does not ruin your progress. Self-shame doesn't lead to self-control, it leads to self-sabotage. A huge contributor to overeating, especially when stressed, is distraction. Think about it. When you're stressed, what's a common way to unwind? For many, it's plopping down on the couch for a Netflix binge. This is what we call mindless eating. When your brain is engrossed in a show, it's not paying full attention to the act of eating. You're less likely to register your body's natural fullness cues. Quick tip: eat with 0 screens for just 1 meal a day. Put your phone away, turn off the TV, and just focus on your food. Notice its colors, smells, textures, and tastes. The less attention you give your food, the more food your brain demands to feel satisfied. Your environment plays a much bigger role than your willpower ever could. If tempting, unhealthy food is easily accessible and visible, you are far more likely to eat it. When stress hits, that constant visual cue becomes much harder to resist. The old saying, "out of sight, out of mind," is incredibly true when it comes to food. Quick tip: out of sight, out of mind. Take control of your food environment. Move those tempting snacks out of arm's reach. Make the healthy choice the easy choice. Smart environments are stronger and more reliable than willpower alone. You're not losing a battle against food, you're just using the wrong strategy. Stress eating is a complex interplay of hormones, learned habits, emotional responses, and environmental cues. Your brain isn't trying to make you miserable, it's trying to protect you. The key isn't to fight your brain, but to understand it and work it. By recognizing the cortisol surge, Interrupting the habit loop, ditching the guilt, practicing mindful eating, and engineering a supportive environment, you can change your relationship with food. Your brain wants safety, not snacks. Give it genuine comfort, stress relief, and mindful nourishment. Let me know in the comments. Drop a pizza emoji if you've ever stress eaten at 11 p.m. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, because your brain deserves better than chips.